Hey everybody, Slayer XDR here with Gamerfuzion.com, empowering your gaming, doing my Slayer review of Damned, the online horror multiplayer game by Ninehead Studios. This game has a lot going for it. There's a few problems that this game suffers from that makes it really hard to kind of play it as it is. But it does have some good shining qualities for it, and we're going to go over them right now. First, story. Does it have a story to it? No, it does not, unfortunately. The story to this game is run around with other people, collect keys, get the hell out of Dodge before the monster gets a hold of you. That's it. Plain and simple. No story. No, do we have to get something to stop this happening? No, there's none of that. So if you're looking for this for story, you might be sadly mistaken. You could be out of luck. Alright, gameplay. This game, it's fun. It really is fun. You get together with some of your friends, you go running around collecting keys while one of your buddies is trying to slaughter you. It makes for a great game, and it's got some good horror points to it. It's got some good horror features that are really good in most horror games. Sadly enough, most of the time you're going to end up in a lobby trying to get into a game and then crashing back out of it. There's a bug causing it. If you try to join a game already in progress, you crash. Now, if you get in a game that the lobby hasn't started yet, you're in luck. You're going to be good to go. Then you can just sit there, pick your character, go forth, and try to find your keys or slaughter your friends. Now, a few things that I'm going to have to nitpick to this game for is, one, they don't have many choices of characters. 2 character models, Scott and Mia, for 4 players. Who the hell does that? Why is there only 2 characters for 4 people? Please tell me. Why would you be Scott and Mia both together and then have Scott and Mia? It makes no sense. So 2 Scotts, 2 Mias are running around just aimlessly finding keys together. That makes perfect sense. Another thing that I have to nitpick about this is, as the humans, you don't have much you can do except for find keys. Basically what you would do in any other horror game. Find a key, unlock doors, go in it, look around, try to find some more keys, and progress until you get one of the last keys to open up the front door or the main door to escape, or the elevator, or what have you. And that's all fine and good. That gives you have a reason to live. The monsters, on the other hand, the Lurker and the Phantom. The Lurker starts out as a ghost, and periodically you can go into monster form or physical form and kill humans if you can find them. But since the humans can actually sprint and run faster than you, most of the time you wind up losing them, and it's kind of unfortunate. And it does break my heart to say that sucks. I hate that as a monster you would having to try to run around chasing humans when you can't keep up with them half the time. They're running away from you. The Phantom is pretty fun. The Phantom can actually go through doors, can hit characters without having to change into physical form and sit there and wait 20 to 30 seconds almost, maybe even longer, to transform into physical form when they can just run up and slap them and they're dead. Now, with that being said, monsters, the Lurker can set traps, can actually get like alarms to go off, stuff like that, so they can actually find them easier. And that's a pickup. That's a bonus. That's actually, one of the redeeming qualities of playing as a Lurker is you can set traps for the unsuspecting humans. Nothing that kills them, but alarms you to where they are, and you can go track them down easier. The Phantom, I couldn't get nothing like that to work. It showed that it would, but I couldn't get them to do it for some reason, which kind of sucked. I hated that. And also, the key bindings are a little weird. I was sitting there trying to pick up a key with E when I first started, and I was like, why can't I pick this up? Usually E works. But you actually left click on it to get it to work. I was like, okay. And you turn your flashlight off, not with F, but with right click. Who does that? I've never seen a horror game do that before. But it's new, it's different, and it's actually kind of easier. You just hit it and boom, it comes on. The menus are kind of a problem because you're basically trying to go in and out the menus, and like sometimes, like if you don't go out through it right, you hit escape, it will just take you out of the main menu and that little menu to the side for your video or graphics or whatever is still on there on the side. So you're kind of like, why is this here? Then when you go to try to fix it, to get rid of it, you have to go back through the menus, and I'm just like, ugh, what asinine way to try to get out of menus where I could just hit escape and it should all just disappear. That's kind of the suck, especially when a monster's chasing you, because the game still goes on while you're in options. So do that stuff while you're out of game. Don't try to do it during the game. It sucks. Trust me, I know. Now, with the menus for the graphics and stuff, there's not much you can do. So you can't really change any graphical options. If you have a slower end system, you're probably going to have trouble unless you turn off everything. You can do that. That's what I kind of did a little bit, but it still didn't help me very much. So this game does kind of take the... Does it make it a little hard to go through the options and everything. Now, graphics. Graphics look really good on this game. Even if you go down to lower settings, lower shadows, everything still looks really good. It's just, it's dark as hell. So in this video, you're probably not going to be able to see very much because it's so dark half the time. Because most of the time I'm running in the dark because that's the way you avoid monsters easier. That's through the darkness. And as a monster, all you can see is the dark. I mean, you have like a light source on you, but it's not enough to really do much, to really see. And then when you finally run up on a human, there you go. So as far as graphics are concerned, everything looks really good. All the character details look really good, minus having the same two character models. The creatures look cool when they come up on you. They look awesome. One has like the Phantom has his guts hanging out and everything, and the Lurker looks like a giant freaking just human, but he's like, his skeleton's like on this outside of him, so it looks crazy. So that's always really cool. So graphics are not a problem here. They look really cool for an indie horror game. They really look good. Now, sounds. Holy crap, this game sounds amazing. From the atmosphere, the ambiance, there's not much in the way of creature noises. Like when they are up on you, it's not really you. I figured you'd hear grunting or like something like that. That would have been really cool. Or if the players could have had a chance to make them do that noise, like you can hit a button, it does that. That would be really awesome. Most time people run up on you and start doing the voice chat things. They're like, "I'm gonna kill you," and that sounds really cool. And I think that's innovative to do something like that with the voice chat with the creatures. But I was hoping for a little bit more sound effects from the monsters. Now, when the monsters chase you, that gives off this chase music, and that sounds really cool. Like it's just like some kind of badass like action deal. You're just trying to run away from the monster, or run away from an explosion. It sounds really epic. So they have that going on for the game, and I really enjoyed the sounds and everything I was hearing from the ambiance and everything else. Now, is this game innovative? There's a couple other horror games that are kind of like this. You've got Stop It Slender, which is pretty much the same game. Hunt Notes, get away from Slender Man, don't let him kill you. Slender Tubbies, you collect pies or whatever that thing is, avoiding the little Slender guy, or the Slender Tubby coming after you. And you have the SpongeBob Slender Pants, basically the same concept. You gotta just get away from Slender Bob or whatever. So this game has already been done before, but does it do it better than those? Better than Slender Tubbies and SpongeBob Slender Pants? Yes. Not better than Stop It Slender. Stop It Slender feels more epic to me. It feels a lot better. Controls are better. You have a camera for, I mean, it just, everything follows T. Slenderman controls really well. This game controls really well and everything. It's really cool, but it doesn't, I think Stop It Slender still sets the mark for these type of online horror games. Multiplayer, survival online horror games, I should say. I think it sets the standard for that. But this game is coming close. It's good, but it needs to really step it up a notch. Lifespan. How does this game... Is this game going to last a while? It will last a little while until people get bored of it. Unless Studios keeps adding maps, keep adding more creatures, adding different like patches, adding different stuff to it. Besides for those two things I mentioned, maps and creatures are what's going to give this game more lifespan. People, I mean, maybe different modes or something. That would be kind of interesting. Like maybe like the humans found weapons or something. It's like a monster hunting mode. Like the monsters have to get away from the humans that are hunting them. That would be cool. Stuff like that. I mean, it would be interesting if they would just add something like that to the game. Maybe jump scares, like periodic jump scares from the game itself. Like glass breaks in front of a human or something comes at them and it disappears and it's not really the monster. Or maybe more monster abilities. That will give that game more lifespan, I think. But until then, this game's not going to last too long at its current state if they keep it and they don't worry about it anymore. If they keep adding content to it, it will last for a while. Now, is this game worth the retail price that they're asking for this game? I would say no. I would say wait until probably it goes down maybe a few dollars. That they have a I'd actually make it past a Humble Bundle sale. I think you could buy this, you know, maybe $10, $15 respectively and feel good that you made a purchase like this. But don't go buying it at the full retail price. I don't think it's worth that when there's Stop It Slender that's, you know, a mod that you can get for Gary's mods that's cheaper by the time you pay, and then you get a bunch of other mods that you can play. I think this needs to have some more updates done to it and stuff before it's worth that kind of purchase. What do I think its final verdict should be? I want to give this game a 6 out of 10. It needs more character models, just not the 2. It needs to definitely have that bug patched over with crashing whenever you try to join someone else's game. I think that despite the graphics, the fun gameplay, I mean, I had some fun playing with people that I've met on there and some friends of mine. The sounds are good. Despite all that stuff, the ping from the servers are kind of high, on the high side. I think that needs to be looked at a little bit. And just some other minor inconveniences like the menu options, stuff like that, I think kind of drives it down for me. I mean, it's not going to be bad where it's going to be under a 6. Right now in alpha, I think a 6 is good. And I think it's got promise. It just needs more oomph. It needs a little bit more there. So it needs to fix those character models. The bug, especially that bug is just terrible. The creatures need a little bit more, something else. The lurker just seems so underpowered. Having to fly around as a ghost and then finally popping up and there's nobody there. You're so slow. It doesn't seem really fair. The Phantom can crush. It is so much better with its abilities. I think the lurker needs something else or a reduced timer as a ghost. So does this? For a 6 out of 10, meaning this game isn't worth retail price. You need to buy it when it's reduced down some, or if they decide to patch this stuff and fix these issues with this game, it would go. I think it would be a little bit higher. I think then you could go ahead and make that safe purchase of a full retail price for this game. All right, guys. Well, this is XTR with Gamerfuzion.com, empowering your gaming. Let me know if you want me bringing more reviews like this. Hit the like button. Leave comments down below if you have any suggestions or you've seen any other bugs or issues with the game I missed. And also, just let me know what other reviews you'd like to see me do, what other games, and I will take a look at them. I love doing indie horror games, especially. Those are my favorite. So just let me know in the comments or inbox me. Inbox me is probably better. Alright, guys. Well, this is XTR with Gamerfuzion.com, empowering your gaming. Make sure if you're new to the channel to hit that subscribe button. I'll love you forever. Alright, guys. Well, this is the XTR signing out.